You teach a philosophy that there's two types of movement. There's incidental movement and a structured movement. Can you describe the two for everyone at home?
Yeah, for sure. So I often have a lot of members or people say to me, I'm not doing any exercise. I'm not moving my body. I'm stagnant. I haven't started movement. And I say, okay, so what does your day look like? And they will say, I'll get out of bed. I'll move to the couch. At some point, I'll get up. I'll maybe make some food. Might go to the bathroom. And then I'll sit back down on the couch for a while and rest. And then I'll get up and do something else, or might clean or anything like that. And I just say, okay, I want you to think about what you've just said to me and how many times have you used the word move, or how many times have you gotten up and done something? And they're like,
Mm.
I did move my body. And so I think the first part is incidental movement, or movement that's just functional.
Mm.
It's moving around the house. It's emptying the dishwasher, putting clothes away. It's getting up to go to the bathroom. We're moving our body. And yes, it's not structured. And yes, for, I guess, healthy population, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But for us, it's a massive deal. It's a really big part of our journey. So I think the first thing is identifying where you're at from a movement perspective. Are you moving in bed? Can you stretch in bed? Can you get a glass of water? All of that is still important, and it's all under that banner of functional or incidental movement.
Mm.
The second one that I talk about is more of that structured exercise, and that's where we can have a bit more fun with it, where we add that combination of more resistance style training and aerobic, because research suggests that a combination of both provides us with the best outcomes. So often I discuss, what does that look like for you? Are you able to walk in the house? Are you able to walk in the garden? Can you do any sort of structured resistance training at home? Or can you do it elsewhere? And then we dive a little bit deeper into what that looks like from a time or session point of view.
What's exciting is when a client comes to us and says, I have a goal, and my goal is to go skiing with my family, or it's a mum and she wants to be able to play with her kids more and be able to have more stamina, or go back to sport, things of that nature, whether it's bike riding, mountaineering, hiking, things like that. And so you have to start at the daily function because that's where a lot of people are at. But you, at the same time, you people who are at the daily function, eventually, if you're good with this and you're consistent and you stay accountable and you start to build some resilience in your body. But structured movement is exciting too because Steph's huge on this. She just ran like 3 amazing goal setting sessions in regards to movement based off which stage you're in. But then it's about tying in movement that is in line with your goals. And I think that's a real big barrier for people, Steph, who aren't in the program. They're so stuck because they don't know what their goals are. Once they do find out their goals, they have no idea what movement is actually appropriate for them. And so there's no plan. And it's like these goals and hopes and dreams are so far beyond their reach because there is no plan that's going to help them close that gap. For someone who's out of 10, a 1 to a 3 in terms of overall health and well-being, so not going great, not really bad, but not really good either. What would daily function look like for them to start with?
Yeah. So I think right at the start, when you are almost in that stuck position or you're not too sure where you're at from a capacity point of view, it's more, can you walk to the bathroom? You might not even shower every day. You might be showering every second or third day. So it's being able to just tick off tasks that are going to benefit your day or make you smile in your day. So it's still finding that positive relationship with exercise or with
Mm.
movement. I often speak about, if you can't cook or you can't make a meal, then why don't you do it in segments? And that's what we talk about, micro sessions. And I'd love to go deeper into that in a little bit. But maybe you cut the vegetables up in the morning. And then midday, when you have a little bit more energy, you might do the second phase of cooking. And then at the end of the day, you might do the third phase, which is putting it all together, just chucking it in the oven or whatever you need
Mm.
to do, and then eating it. And then if you still can, that last phase is at the end of the day where you might do the dishes and you might not. And so it's breaking down movement so it feels appropriate. It doesn't feel scary. And it's almost making it simplistic in your mind that, yes, I actually can achieve that movement. And overall, it's making it smaller and we're making it more achievable. And it can be with any household task. And I think that's a really important place to start with and focus on.